All right, guys, welcome back to another Relentless recap. It's a little later here today, but I wasn't feeling super well, so I took a bit of a nap, right? So here I am trying to get the recap out. Now, I didn't trade since the live stream, so we're still finishing at 422, so another decent day. Uh, Stock XELA, I want to talk about this one here before we review some of the live trading. This one was pretty good. After we left out, it seems like this one took over as the main stock of the day, and some of the guys in Discord seem to have done pretty well on it. Looks like we had some nice green candles, decent volume as we got up here for, pre-market highs or just yesterday's highs. Yesterday's highs, um, high of day wasn't bad also. We came here, a bit of a three-bar play, broke out. So this was good. This is a nice move in here. Pretty decent stuff. Some nice looking green candles. Low here of 747, high of 834. Looks like we had some nice volatile action. Nice, beautiful flag in here. This is lovely. This is beautiful. This is, exactly what we want to see, for opportunity. So, maybe we could have captured something here. But moving on to the stock of the day, SMFL. This was the one that we traded. And, I did say if I had to take a guess pre-market that this was going to be the stock of the day. And turned out it was, right? So my intuition coming in clutch. Now, the reason I thought that was because, we were pushing up, we pulled back, and we were wedging here. Wedging, wedging, wedging. Are we going to break to the upside of this small wedge that we had here pre-market? And we did. And so as this pulled away, we started getting involved. And we did all right, throughout the entirety of the move, but very choppy, man. Very choppy, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, until it finally pulled away here and moved up a little bit better. Now, let's take a look at this live trade. And I want to talk about how I can improve for tomorrow and how I can be better for tomorrow. I left a lot of money on the table unrealized on this 5 minute pullback. So actually, let's talk a little bit about the context of this pullback first. So, the stock is pushing up. We just pulled away, right? And we got up to a high of 448. Now we're a little extended after this big green candle here, right? We just boosted through high of day, or let's say the pre-market highs at 390. Nice move. High of 435, right? And this is where we start to pull back. So, you know, I'm watching the whole dollar as this thing panic flushes. And, it's funny because it, it's just instincts that I bought here, right? I am going to buy after looking away from level two and looking back and just seeing the price at four. I'm like, nope, I'm just going to jump in. Very risky because if it was just flushing down, I'd have took a massive loss here, right? But watch this. There's a big seller at 23. And I'm going to take my eyes off the level two for a second here. And I'm going to look back, and this thing's going to be down here at $4. Right here, I'm like, oh, I jumped in. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Potentially leaving money on the table. So right here, I'm going to put out a limit order to sell. I believe it was at 15. And then I canceled it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a chance. It's already back down at 403 at my entry. Not great. Not great. We literally just saw 18 on the ask, and I wasn't able to get out anything, right? I mean, look at this. I probably could have marked it out at 12, the entire position here, right? I mean, just so disappointing to watch it back. Trying selling on the ask there, not getting the fill, it flushes right back down to my entry. I'm like, come on. And so at this point, I'm starting to think, is this the bottom, or are we going to need more of a pullback, maybe 390, and then it curls back up? So anyhow, as you'll see, I'm still holding. I ended up not selling. I'm like, I'm going to hold it for the longer move, bigger move rather, up to the highs at 440, right? So it comes back down right here. I'm going to stop out in case we make that new low of 390. So right here, I'm a little indecisive, right? What does the stock want to do? I don't want to be in if it does flush down and fail. So I'm kind of, a little scalpy in out. I see it break below 4. It's a soft break. So I'm like, yes, I'll get back in. Smaller size this time. And another boost up 10 cents that I don't take off the table. We've already seen myself here miss 28 cents. Let's assume everything at the high side, right? Or you know what, we'll do midpoint. We'll do midpoint. I missed out on 14 cents, and then right here another 6 cents, right? 20 cents that I could have took off the table. So we talk about holding longer versus being scalpy, which one is better and how do you determine which one to use in the different situations, right? It really comes down to your best discretion, and you have to have a plan in the trade. And my plan here was to try and hold it back to the highs, but ultimately, I'm not going to capitalize because of it. So I'm in at 97. I started to tell myself, hey, RT, this entry is looking good. You need to add back to your full size. So it's going to come down, and I'm going to add back 1,500 more or 1K more and get back to 2K shares. And again, same thing. It's pushing up. It's up here to 214, 216. Like I could have took something off. What I did tell myself was not to sell until it got back to 25 minimum, to sell a quarter or half. And that's kind of why I was just holding. And so, let's fast forward for time. Uh, look at this, right? Look at this right here. Let's let it play here. So my average is 4. Look at how it comes down here to 403 area. And I kind of panic out of the trade thinking it's going to flush down. Because this is our second time going up to 220 and essentially kind of getting rejected. So I sell right there and immediately it bounces back to 15. 12 by 14, and the move is essentially started here. So I literally stop out the second before we start pushing up for real. I could have gotten back in 15 here. I should have been more aggressive to buy back higher. But, I kind of felt like I was now chasing it. So, not good. But there is a scalp trade. The scalper's mindset is never chasing because if the stock can go to 50, yeah, I was just in at 4. But it's now at 415 and 50 is still the high. If we can get to 50, I need to be back in. So, I'm out after holding for a couple minutes essentially. And this thing is going to go back to the high. So we'll skip ahead 30 seconds for time. And then, look at how fast it comes down as well, right? We get back to the highs. If you listen to the audio, I mentioned where I would have sold half and where I would have sold the entire thing. But for those of you who do want to hear, 25 and I believe 44. Right? So it pushes up to 48. I think it was an exact double top. There's 44. I'd have been out like right here. I am all, is holding for a new high wrong? I don't think so. But for me, I like to take something off the table and, similar to yesterday, like you guys saw, I'll buy back at 50. If it's going to go to 80 or 70, I'll buy back. Yeah, it's a high entry, but I'll buy back. Hence why I should have bought back at 415. But this would have been a beautiful $600, $700, $800 winner. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case. So, as it broke out high of day, my share size is a little on the smaller side here. As I'm still battling with just being red and green on the day. And then finally, as we get a new high, this is where I'm gonna take off. And this is what we talk about, buying back the high of day. So if it would have came right here on this red candle, but buying back is a good thing for me. How I'm looking to approach the trade. Can we hold? It seems like it's holding. I'm in. Great entry. A little high, but okay. And look at how much it goes, right? So I could have even held much longer there. I'm going to take the pullback right here, and I'm going to watch for the new highs. But yeah, this is how we essentially came back green on the stock. So not bad. And a nice push there to 90. But yeah. That's how this one played out. It was a nice move here, and then unfortunately that was it. Finished after that. But if we can capture this type of move here, for sure 1K day, man. And again, taking profits, I think what I'll do is at least sell something. Even if I had sold 500 up 15 cents, I think a quarter, We'll see, sometimes it's hard because we don't know the exact areas the stock will go. But we were in perfectly. Another thing is, and, I remember talking to Anthony in Discord about this a while back, is that we really and truly should not stop out unless the stock makes a new low. The low was 96, and we had a low here of I believe when it came back down, oh 03. It did not make a new low. I should not have stopped out of the trade. So, that's always something else. But a lot of times, if I feel like the stock is struggling, I'll use my best discretion to get out before it comes down to make that new low. I would, if flushes were not a thing, I'd never stop out early. But I understand that there are days where, we reject 20 for that second time right here, and then this is what's coming. A big red candle like that, and then it's like you're down 1,000, and it's just not a good feeling. So, we got to use our best discretion here, right? But yeah, SMFL, but we still ended the day green, which was good. So yeah. Um, guys, of course, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next for another live stream, another beautiful day. All right. Stay safe, stay green. Check out the links down below for MMU, the Discord, and of course, what's the other one? Momo Pro, right? Those are the three links. The the course, the scanner, and the chat room. All right. It's been RT, and I am signing out. Catch you guys later.